Oh, Happy New Year. You know who it is. I was just doing my little vlog. Had a healthy dose of perspective today. Um, well, you know, as you know, a couple weeks ago, I learned on paper that I was dying. And when I thought that I was dying, you would think that, a lot of people go, oh my God, time's almost up. So sort of thing like that. And, I went through something similar. And, believe it or not, unbeknownst to me, you can call me boring or whatever it might be, all I wanted to do was do all that stuff that you couldn't do while living, I wanted to re-download that video game and play it one more time, or I got tired because, like, I was really, really lethargic, and I was, like, sleeping my life away, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta do all this stuff, and have all these milestones to do and bucket lists to do. No, no, no. It was like, oh my God, like, there's all these things that if I were to die, that I wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Which goes to say how I feel about my life. All I want to do is like fix one more phone, or all I want to do was like, let's see if I can have another smile or whatever like that, or play Chrono Trigger for the 525th time, or watch Vampire Energy. And I find that very interesting, you know. You can call it being honest with your life or content or whatever it might be, but I found that I was no longer seeking at this point in time, you know what I mean? I had a roof over my head, and I noticed that I wasn't seeking, and I was wondering for a little bit, like, what was wrong with me? There's so much that I gotta go ahead and do, and I can go ahead and I can truly rest. Now, personally, I go ahead and do that sort of thing. As you can hear in the background, as people who have not learned that lesson, maybe not, I realized that when, because, in my mind, I'm like, hey, you get 6 months to live, and not every day is prior to it, really puts the, how do I say, uh, really revs up your timeline type of thing like that. But for me, I realized that a tree would just want to go ahead and want to be a tree just one more day. Most people just want one more day to do the things that they love, you know what I mean? Be with the people that they love, see the sunrise one more time, you know what I mean? Just more time to do what they love, you know what I mean? And I don't know, to me, it says a lot personally about my life, or at least how I feel about it. It's not being right or wrong, but to find that kind of peace, you know what I mean, is really cool, that I wasn't no longer seeking. I just wanted to smoke a bowl with a friend again, you know what I mean, and, have that feeling. Or listen to my favorite song a million times, because, I don't know about the afterlife or whatever it might be, but, I don't know the playlist of the afterlife. Um, it's raining today, and I wasn't even tripping on that. I don't like the cold and the wet, but you know what? It's, if you were to die today, it's not going to be cold and wet where you're going. Anyway, so you learn to appreciate all those things around you, you know what I mean? And there's some people who help me go ahead and realize that all around too. Right now I'm dry, and that's really cool. And I got my little PSP thing to work again, you know what I mean? Or I was getting a chance to go ahead and do my little cracky things or whatever like that, or talk computers with, the guy in the neighbor, and that was way, way cool. And just happy just to have one more day. I don't know. I was reading this book about self-realization and stuff like that, and I learned that's why it is. Now, I believe that we also have full, not control, but when we have full acceptance, I learn to accept a lot of it. And as I hear people around, I'm like, wow, you got so much energy, much more than I do. You know what I mean? But like I said, I was sleeping all day, and all I wanted to do is just have just some energy just to do something that most would consider mundane. The things that made me me, the things that brought me enjoyment in my life, you know what I mean? A shower, oh, that loud ass conversation, or whatever like that, watching an old movie, an anime that I believe it or not, you think I'd go around trying to get right into that Bleach, gotta get it done, you know what I mean? That Bleach, 1,000 Year War, no. I'm like watching Utna, Revolutionary Girl Utna, this anime that I have no idea. By watching it, I'm gonna figure it out this time. Anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and share that with my blog and just say life is good. You know what I mean? I think I'm happy to learn that I was true to myself. You know what I mean? True to my heart. That there wasn't this sense of urgency. I'm not saying there's anything wrong if there isn't. Get it done. You know what I mean? If you're still seeking, you got questions unanswered, go ahead. And so do I. And when I didn't have the energy to do so or whatever it might be, I'm like, well, what could I do? I'm like, you know what? You ain't perfected that emulator yet. Well, you know what I mean? Of course I have over and over again, but still, I just realized I did a lot of the same things that I know I love, because that's what life is all about. You know what I mean? Living the life that you have and learning to appreciate that and going after those things that you want. And if you know what those things are, hey, blessed, right? Anyway, I can only speak for me, and I just wanted to go ahead and share the appreciation of that right now. And I don't know, it's kind of told to, but I don't know. No fear, no peace. I got a chance to have some peace and quiet in this place. And I'm just saying, here I am, just saying, happy to be alive. All right. I hope other people can find that, while the shelf life's still good,